Welcome to the January 2026 issue of Atari Insights, where we're learning from the past and looking toward the future. This video will showcase some of the highlights in the January 2026 issue, so let's get started. It's still about human connection. After all these years, we have awesome modern computers that are faster and quieter and much more powerful. And yet, the Atari still pulls us back to a simpler time. Forcing a slower pace creates something special, space to think, create, and connect. What happens when you bring your Atari outside to play? Last month, we set up an Atari at a local craft fair. No big setup, no sales pitch, just a table, a screen, and a machine doing its thing. People stopped by to share memories, and conversations turned into stories. Parents came back with curious kids, and a new generation leaned in. You know, connection doesn't always start online. Sometimes it starts in Costco, when a stranger walks by, notices your shirt, and says, "I used to have an Atari too." You know, Atari was never just for gaming. Those machines taught us how to think, not just what to play. When we learned how things worked, we felt empowered to create. And that creativity naturally pulled others in through shared ideas, questions, and problem solving. Local user groups kept the Atari spirit alive, not through hype, but through shared learning, curiosity, and time spent together. And now, new user groups are popping up all over the world. The modern gateway. More than a game machine. The Atari 400 Mini makes it easy to jump in. Games load fast, features feel modern, everything works as expected. But just beneath the surface is the same creative machine that started it all. This issue explores both sides, the fun you remember and the potential you may have forgotten about. There are 5 myths about getting started with an Atari in 2026. Lots of folks are curious about Atari but never take the next step. Usually it's because of assumptions that don't quite hold up. This month's issue busts a few myths so you can take action confidently. Myth number 1. You need retro tech to learn Atari. Busted. You don't. What matters most isn't the original hardware. It's your curiosity. Myth number 2. Atari Basic isn't useful anymore. Busted. It is. Atari Basic teaches logic, structure, and cause and effect. These thinking skills still matter today. Myth number 3. Emulators are only for playing games. Busted. Games are just the beginning. Altera lets you inspect memory, step through code, mount disks, and experiment safely. That's why the Weather Station project starts there. Myth number 4. Old software can't teach modern skills. Busted. It totally can. Breaking problems into steps, testing ideas, and fixing mistakes are exactly what Logo, Basic, and Action still teach. And myth number 5. Everything 8-bit is complicated. Busted. It's not. The constraints actually slow you down just enough to see what's really happening. And that's where the learning sticks. Drawing with a turtle in Logo. Logo looks complicated at first glance, but once you sit with it, something shifts. You're not memorizing commands. You're not only watching ideas take shape, you're making the shapes. From simple rules, patterns emerge, like a star, a hexagon, a circle, starburst. A small change here, a slightly different turn there, and before long, the screen surprises you. Building a weather station one step at a time. With Atari still humming along and modern tools filling in the gaps, it felt natural to ask, I wonder if I can build a weather station myself. This project begins inside an emulator. No additional hardware required, no pressure, just room to experiment and see how the pieces come together.
One more thing. I mean, it's not ready today yet, but I've been kind of playing around, so I'm working on something. So, and I just thought, well, I'll show you guys something that's going to come out next month. And it's weather. I'm in LTR right now, so I'm using the Atari weather. This is real-time weather within 15 minutes.
How the parts talk to each other. Number one, well, first, a PC gathers the data. Then, a simple text file passes it along to the Atari. The Atari reads it and draws what it sees. And voila, you have a weather station. Hacking the real world with a joystick. The joystick port was never just about moving up, down, left, and right. It was always a doorway between the computer and the world. A button press, a change in brightness, and the Atari notices. And suddenly, the program isn't isolated anymore. It's responding. Thinking in code. BASIC is an old language for sure, but it's still important. It's a language that engages your brain in logical sequencing. The concept. A single shelf to a unit. What is a string array? A single variable that neatly stores multiple strings in one structure. The IKEA shelf analogy. A single string variable is one shelf. A string array is a tall unit with many shelves. The blueprint. How to build your array. Store menus, lists of names, many database fields, and quick lookups in your array. A blast from the past. This is the time of year that Ace makes recommendations of the 10 best software titles for any gift-giving season. Why is it a blast from the past? Because this is from January 1984. The list shows a mix of games, creativity tools, and programming languages, reinforcing the idea that the Atari was always more than just a game console. Don't watch TV tonight. Consider reading De Re Atari. Don't feel like you have to finish the book in one night or master the topic. Just read 1 to 2 pages, and if an idea sticks, that's enough for tonight. The Atari Renaissance is happening now. Join us. Atari Insights is a monthly deep dive into a world of creativity, learning, and community. Whether you're firing up an emulator, unboxing a 400 Mini, or hacking the original hardware, there's something fun waiting for you in each issue. Be sure to like this channel and subscribe to not only our channel, but the newsletter as well. Subscriptions are free. You do that at ataribasics.com. Thanks for watching. See you next month.